I see what's going on here. It's a power game. I have to be here in the middle and listen to you sing. I don't want.
This is your life. This is your life, Margret.
Yeah. No. That is so nice. Really cute. I know. I'm never sitting because
King and Queen
that's so cool.
of Hearts.
Oh, that is cool. Do we need to share this?
No, you have to.
Oh, good.
He has a good suggestion.
Did you all know about this?
Yes.
They have been fabulous. This whole group of people has kept
That's why you all came.
We kept a secret between all of us for over 3.5 weeks.
Oh my God.
Wow, you are good. So now I can tell you all the secrets going around town, and I know you're going to keep it.
Would you like coffee or tea in your special mugs?
Coffee, and can I choose which mug?
Yes, you can.
Okay, let's look.
She gets first choice, I noticed this. Okay.
Hello, Margret. Hello, Ron. Here we are at Bagel Church. Life is very entertaining, and the food, well, there's no complaining. It's Augusta Tory feast, to say so is the least. Conversations illuminating leaves us thinking and ruminating. Artist, writers, and theater critics, we even talk about politics. Ambiance is quite aesthetic, makes home kitchens look so pathetic. Now we want to express our gratitude, for without you, Sunday morning lassitude. Open hearts, you invite us in, so we may share
So cute.
and expunge our sins. And darling Margret, how delightful your art objects. You created a community in which we languish with impunity. Words alone cannot express the joy we feel and happiness when we gather, dawdle and dither. Your kindness is why we all come hither.
Now we have to go through it again so we can dance to it.
Sing along.
Oh, but we'll practice for
Thank
that.
you so much. Thank you all. This is very sweet.
Well, this is only the beginning, darling.
Really?
That's right.
Oh, I wonder what's coming up.
I think that Sky and
Guy and I have never done this before, but when Jocelyn told us about this, I so wanted to be a part of it. I had to screw my courage to the sticking point. When I met this guy, he's game for anything. So we tried this out in front of friends 2 nights ago, and we were god-awful. When our Rod was courting his Margret, he sure could quote a lot of poetry, but he'd much rather tell her what he'd learned in his speller by the most precocious age of 3. A, you're adorable, B, you're so beautiful, C, you're a beauty full of charm, D, you're delightful, and E, you're exciting, and F, you're a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me, H, you're so heavenly, I, you're the one I idolize. J, you're like Jack and Jill, K, you're so kissable, L is a love light in your eyes. M, N, O, P, you could go on all day. Q, R, S, T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay, my dear, and you make my life complete. V means you're very sweet. W, X, Y, Z. It's fun to wander through the alphabet with you, to tell you what you mean, to tell you what you mean, to tell you what you mean to me. We love you alphabetically. We didn't get that part.
Oh my God.
This is the one we really screwed up. So we made it. And when I do the middle, everyone can get up and
We can shake our fannies.
when our Rod was courting his Margret, he sure could quote a lot of poetry, but he'd much rather tell her what he'd learned in his speller by the most precocious age of 3. A, you're adorable, B, you're so beautiful, C, you're a beauty full of charm, D, you're delightful, and E, you're exciting, and F, you're a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me, H, you're so heavenly, I, you're the one I idolize. J, you're like Jack and Jill, K, you're so kissable, L is a love light in your eyes. M, N, O, P, you could go on all day. Q, R, S, T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay, my dear, and you make my life complete. V means you're very sweet. W, X, Y, Z. It's fun to wander through the alphabet with you, to tell you what you mean, to tell you what you mean, to tell you what you mean to me. We love you alphabetically. We didn't get that part.
Oh my God.
This is the one we really screwed up. So we made it. And when I do the middle, everyone can get up and
We can shake our fannies.
yeah. And if Kate went too high, I was supposed to go too high. And she was going to start over. But she's.
Do you need a note?
day you were born. Angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. Dance the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you. I have heard some folks dance and 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 dance. So grateful for the gift of you. I have heard some folks dance the day you were born. Angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. God dance the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you. I saw God do the funky chicken, stepping and kicking in blue suede shoes. And I saw God do the boogaloo. So grateful for the gift of you. I saw God do the funky chicken, stepping and kicking in blue suede shoes. And I saw God do the boogaloo. So grateful for the gift of you. This is where we all get up and dance.
Okay. Come on.
The day you were born, angels did the bump, they gave you a horn. Ooh, so grateful for the gift of you. Ooh, so grateful for the gift of you.
Encore!
Thank you.
Sometimes you take requests. You guys take requests. Encore!
There's more.
I love Valentine.
When our Rod was courting his Margret, he sure could quote a lot of poetry, but he'd much rather tell her what he'd learned in his speller by the most precocious age of 3. A, you're adorable, B, you're so beautiful, C, you're beautiful of charm, D, you're delightful, and E, you're exciting, and F, you're a feather in my arms. G, you look good to me, H, you're so heavenly, I, you're the one I idolize. J, you're like Jack and Jill, K, you're so kissable, L is the love light in your eyes. M, N, O, P, you could go on all day. Q, R, S, T, alphabetically speaking, you're okay, my dear, and you make my life complete. V means you're very sweet. W, X, Y, Z. It's fun to wander through the alphabet with you, to tell you what you mean, to tell you what you mean, to tell you what you mean to me. We love you alphabetically. We didn't get that far.
Oh my God.
This is the one we really screwed up. So we made and when I do the middle, everyone can get up and
We can shake our fannies.
yeah. too high I was supposed to go too high. She was going to start over. And she's...
Do you need a note?
Dance the day you were born. Angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. Dance the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you. I have heard some folks say that and dance 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 and dance. So grateful for the gift of you. I have heard some folks dance that the day you were born. Angels did the bump to Gabriel's horn. God dance, shake the day you were born. So grateful for the gift of you. I saw God do the funky chicken, stepping and kicking in blue suede shoes. And I saw God do the boogaloo. So grateful for the gift of you. I saw God do the funky chicken, stepping and kicking in blue suede shoes. And I saw God do the boogaloo. So grateful for the gift of you. This is where we all get up and dance.
Okay. Come on.
There's more.
I love Valentine's Day.
So Audrey and Bruce have prepared a comedy skit.
So now,
So yes, exactly. You're on.
It's not a comedy skit, but it's there's a little bit of comedy in here. What it really is Bruce and I recently learned that Rod and Margret.
oh, that's why you asked me all this.
that's why.
Oh my God, you didn't want to hear my story. You just you used it.
So let me start. Let me just in all honesty, let's just add that like Bruce and I, Rod and Margret had love arrive later in their life. So we have a few words to share about when love arrives.
In old age, right?
Come on.
I knew exactly what love looked like
in the 7th grade.
in the 7th grade. Even though I hadn't met love yet, if love had wandered into my homeroom, I would have recognized him at first glance. Love wore a hemp necklace and a DA haircut.
I would have recognized her at first glance. Love wore a tight French braid.
Love played acoustic guitar and knew all my favorite Elvis songs.
Love wasn't afraid to ride the bus with me.
And I knew I just must be searching the wrong classroom.
I just must have been checking the wrong hallways.
Oh.
She was there. I was sure of it.
If only I could find him.
But when love finally showed up, she had a bowl cut.
He wore the same clothes every day.
Love hated the bus.
Love didn't know anything about Elvis.
Instead, every time I tried to kiss her,
our teeth got in the way.
way.
Love became the reason I lied to my parents.
I'm going to Ben's house.
Love had terrible rhythm on the dance floor, but made sure we never missed a slow song.
Love waited by the phone because she knew if her father picked it up, it would be,
Hello? Hello? I guess they hung up.
And love grew.
Stretched like a trampoline.
Love changed.
Love disappeared slowly, like baby teeth, losing parts of me I thought I needed.
Love vanished like an amateur magician. Everyone could see the trapdoor but me.
Like a flat tire, there were other places I planned on going,
But my plans didn't matter.
Love stayed away for years, and when love finally reappeared, I barely recognized him.
Love smelled different now, had darker eyes.
A broader back. Love came with freckles I didn't recognize.
New birthmarks, a softer voice.
Now there were new sleeping patterns.
New favorite books.
Love had songs that reminded him of someone else.
Songs love didn't like to listen to. So did I. We found a park bench that fit us perfectly.
We found jokes that made us laugh.
And now love made me fresh homemade chocolate chip cookies.
But love will probably finish most of them for a midnight snack.
Love looks great in lingerie, but still likes to wear her retainer.
Love is a terrible driver, but a terrific navigator.
Love knows where she's going. It just might take her 2 hours longer than she planned.
Love is messier now.
Not as simple.
Love uses the word boobs in front of my parents.
Love chews too loud.
Love leaves the cap off the toothpaste.
Love uses smiley faces in her text messages.
And turns out
Love shits.
But love also cries. And love will tell you you are beautiful.
And mean it.
Over and over again.
You are beautiful.
When you first wake up.
You are beautiful.
When you've just been crying.
You are beautiful.
When you don't want to hear it.
You are beautiful.
When you don't believe it.
You are beautiful.
When nobody else will tell you.
You are beautiful.
Love still thinks you are beautiful.
But love is not perfect and will sometimes forget.
When you need to hear it most.
You are beautiful. Love is not who you were expecting. Love is not who you can predict.
Maybe love is in New York, fast asleep. You are in California, wide awake. Maybe love is always in the wrong time zones.
Maybe love is not ready for you. Maybe you are not ready for love.
Maybe love is just not the marrying type.
Maybe the next time you see love is 20 years after the divorce. Love looks older now, but just as beautiful as you remember.
Maybe love is there only for a month.
Maybe love is there for every firework, every birthday party, every hospital visit.
Maybe love stays.
Maybe love can't.
Maybe love shouldn't.
Love arrives exactly when love is supposed to, and love leaves when love must.
When love arrives, say, welcome. Make yourself comfortable.
If love leaves, ask her to leave the door open behind her.
Turn off the music. Listen to the quiet.
Whisper.
Thank you
For
for stopping by.
When I sat here, I had this moment of knowing that this is making history. I don't know. I love to look at books in the old times when the artists all are together and posing for a photo, and we say, wow, they had a good time at that. In the old times, I think that's what they will say if they see a picture of us all. And they will say, wow, they were great, they had a great time. And I'm thinking of this, it will make history. Thank you so much.
We're not finished.
Hey, girl!
Cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up, cheer up.
I have to say something before we start. My name is Vera.
Vera.
It's Latin. Truth. And I always tell the truth. Except at the Liars Club. We have a Liars Club program every day.
So are you telling the truth now?
But it is Vera. Very nice. My maiden name is Rita. Vera. So call me Vera.
What was that dress?
Yeah, but what's that?
So some people say that
Verily, I say, verily.
truth is love. Some people say truth is love. Well, love is truth, and we love Vera.
There. Beauty is there.
We shall do this every Sunday.
All right. Rod, you ready? Sit down.
Thank you. This is nice.
So now we're trapped.
You are forever. It's so cool. And it will be boring otherwise. We have to do this
No.
for another call.
So all of this collective creative energy is coming out in us together.
I see.
Leslie says to me first when I went around whispering this in people's ears.
That's what you were all doing.
She
Aha.
said, no, I can't do this. You've got to find somebody to do it with me. But now, well,
Yay!
So this is a poem by Pablo Neruda, who's one of my favorite love poets. So this is number 53, I think. Here are the bread, the wine, the table, the house, a man's needs, and a woman's, and a life's. Peace whirled through and settled in this place. The common fire burned to make this light. Hail to your two hands which fly and make their white creations, the singing and the food. Salve, the wholesomeness of your busy feet. Viva, the ballerina who dances with the broom. Those rugged rivers of water and of threat, tortuous pavilions of the foam, incendiary hives and reefs. Today, they are this respite, your blood in mine, this path, starry and blue as the night, this never-ending, simple tenderness.
and I know Ron has a poem too.
Oh, Lord.
Very short and sweet. When I was a kid, my father, the police officer, his car partner, was also kind of a beatnik, if you can believe that, of the Los Angeles cop. Anyway, Jerry Nikas owned a coffee house in Seal Beach, California, the Rouge et Noir. And I was introduced to the poetry of a guy that called himself Lord Buckley. A great Beat Generation poet. So I'd like to use one of Lord Buckley's short poems to just say what I feel about you guys. Ah, the flowers. The beautiful, mystic, multicolored flowers. But people, yes, people are the true flowers of life. And it has been a most pleasant pleasure to have temporarily strolled in your garden.
But we have some weeds in our garden.
For all his rough exterior and weedy looks, Ron hides a heart of gold.
Amen.
Weeds are only in the eye of the beholder.
Absolutely.
Wow, what a day. What are we doing afterwards? Working.
Especially we'll leave and you figure it out.
Miss Margret showed such talent last fall with singing. Little Marlene.
Oh, yes.
So I was trying to do a custom tango, but it was they're just too difficult to sing so quickly. So I found one of her favorite songs in German. Anybody else like German lyrics? Well, I have English in large print, which I made up last night.
Well, I've been trying to get the word around.
No, I really had no idea, of course. I would have dressed nicer.
We're glad we caught you in the pajamas.
Okay, are we
German?
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Wait, Karen. So I'm going to play you the opening measure of each verse so that you can recognize it. It's just this little melody.
That's it. I don't have any Okay, every Sunday morning we have to sing now.
I have started something that's going to backfire.
Yes, I think it's a great idea not only to sit around and talk, what is good too, but we'll show who sings.
Let's put it all
Wow. Yes, Izzy, that's right.
That's Izzy's song.
is he singing?
Oh, thank you so much. Keep in touch. Maybe everybody should come here.
Once upon a time, not so long ago that it has been forgotten, cumbersome the Cupid. The Cupid.
The Cupid.
Graduated from KISS, that's CIISS, the Cupid Institute for the Improvement of Social Systems. Cumbersome obviously wasn't at the top of his class. He wasn't at the middle of his class. He was at the bottom of his class. The very, very rock-solid bottom. This poor Cupid was so bad with his bow and arrow that he had been given an extra special, extra large, super stick arrow. Supposed to improve his accuracy. Cumbersome was traveling the world, looking hard for a pair of star-crossed lovers to infect with compelling affection. Or maybe that was cross-eyed lovers? Well, he just settled for lovers crossing the street. Cumbersome wanted so very much to prove he really was a Cupid worthy of arrows.
I like that skirt.
So Cumbersome went east and was dazzled by the rising sun. He soared west and ran into a sandstorm. He found north was much too cold. He shivered so much he could barely fly. The cold froze his brain and he took a wrong turn. He almost ended up in Tasmania, but fortunately Israel came first. Cumbersome saw a lovely green patch below and he circled for a landing. Phew, he thought to himself, that was close. I nearly shivered my timbers into an icicle. He had landed in a field of maize, that's corn in the U.S., as high as the elephant's eye. But since he didn't have a very handy elephant to ride, he couldn't see very far. Cumbersome looked high. Cumbersome looked low. Cumbersome looked between his legs. That's when he saw the man. He was walking along the edge of the field. His shoulders were hunched. His head was hanging down. And he scuffed the ground. Oh, if I've ever seen a lovesick lad, this is the one, thought Cumbersome. So he peeped through his legs in the other direction. And there, could you believe it, was a solitary woman walking along the edge of the field in the same way. Aha! Two star-crossed lovers ripe for the picking. Ripe was the word. For these were not on the right page. For these were, there we go. For these were not in their first, nor their second, nor their third youth. But Cumbersome needed to find someone or other on which to practice his so-called skills. Cumbersome put his heavy-duty arrow in his fail-proof bow. Cumbersome put his heavy-duty arrow in his fail-proof bow. Cumbersome put his heavy-duty arrow in the fail-proof bow. He drew his arm back. And then he
Oh no!
of her castle, and that was a pretty good description of happiness from the man's point of view.
Oh,
Or should he shoot the man?
yeah!
Infect his heart with a lasting adoration for the woman, so he would always see her as the most desirable woman in the world. Then the woman would always feel happy and cherished.
That's a good idea.
Very good.
Yeah.
Man, woman, cumbersome, whirled around, undecided until he got dizzy and just let the arrow go up in the air.